Alright, this is lesson 6, writing algebraic expressions and equations. So basically we're going to be looking at words and we're going to be writing algebraic expressions and equations. That's our objective. So the reason why is because you need to be able to hear the language of math and be able to know what's being said, okay? Because you need to be able to transfer from listening or reading something to creating an actual math problem, and vice versa. You need to be able to communicate the math problem to someone else by saying it or writing it. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's the goal. It's communicating the language of math. Make sense? Alright, here we go. So, these are some words I need you to write down. Why don't you write these down really quick? Some key addition words for me. Write this slide down. Subtraction words. Okay, continuing on, we got some multiplication words. Alright, now we have some, last one's division words. Okay, so these are a list of words that you should be able to recognize. So here we go. Let's start the lesson. Let's look at numbers 1 and 2. Write an expression is the question, okay? So I am looking at numbers 1 and 2. You're just watching right now. So the first thing I would do is read the expression in my head, 7 less than the number k. And I would first look for the numbers and letters that are part of the particular problem. So over here I see a 7. I'm going to circle that. You guys paying attention? Are we talking? So we circled the number and the letter. We got 7 and k. Then we need to ask ourselves, are there any key words that are here? Less than. So we're going to underline that. I know that less than means subtract, okay? The only problem with less than is that it's kind of a tricky one, okay? Because it's saying less than, we need to think backwards. So a lot of times students write 7 minus k, but does this really mean 7 less than k? No, what does it say? It's 7 less than k really means we have to put the k first. So we're going to write the subtraction sign because we know it's less than. We can put k minus 7. And what that means is 7 less than k. Okay, so that's number 1. So again, what did I do? Read that expression to myself. I identified any numbers, and then I identified keywords. Okay, watch me do number 2. 2, the product of 2 and x. Okay, first thing I'm doing is finding any numbers or letters that would apply. So we got 2 and x here. Okay, and I'm looking for the keyword here, product. Product I know means multiply, so I'm going to use a times sign. So we're going to multiply 2 times x. Now, I know that times sign looks like the x, so I'm just going to use 2 times x, which is just 2x. Okay, that's your answer. Make sense? That's all we're doing today. So let's start on number 3. So a number x plus 17. Let's start with that one. Oh. A number x plus 17. I'll give you about a minute. For this one, it's not more than, so we're not switching them. So it's really important that we use the right order. It's plus, so we're going to do x plus 17. That's it. Okay. If you did 17 plus x, it's not necessarily wrong, but it's not exactly what it's saying here. Okay, next one, number 4. Ready, set, and go. It says 5 more than a number t, so we're going to circle these two. More than, just like the problem number 1 where it said less than, we have to think backwards. We can use the plus sign, but 5 more than t isn't really like 5 plus t like this. It's really supposed to be reversed. And you know how your t kind of looks like your plus sign? This is how you should make your t look different. Make it look a little taller and then put a little like tail at the end of it like that. So it looks like that. T plus 5, okay? That is the correct answer. If you put 5 plus d, it's wrong. Okay? Next one, let's do a couple more. Number 5. This one, I'll walk you through it. Okay, number 5. You go bowling and bowl 3 games. 1 game of bowling costs $3. Shoe rental for the day is $1.75. Find your total cost. Okay, so all problems like this, we have to think through it a little bit. So let me help you out with this one, and then you can write this one down in your notes. You go bowling in both 3 games. One game of bowling costs $3. Shoe rental for the day is $1.75. So there's really 2 parts. You have the shoe rental, which is $1.75. So we know our total cost will be equal to $1.75. That's for the shoe, and then we have 3 games. Oh, I'm sorry. Each game is $3. So we have $3 times each game. So I'm going to use G as a game. Okay? So I'm going to pick a variable for cost. Let's use the variable of C for the total cost. Our total cost will equal $1.75 for the shoes plus $3 times however many games you play. That's your answer. Any questions on how you make an expression? Okay. How many games do I play in this now? 3. Now we have to plug in, or would I plug in 3? On which variable? The C or the G? What? 3 what? Games. So we want to put in the G for games. So we're going to figure out our total cost. Cost will equal $1.75 plus $3 times 3. We use PEMDAS, so we know 3 times 3 is 9. So we got $1.75 plus 9. So $1.75 plus 9 is equal to $10.75. That's it. That's how much the total cost is. Alright? So what I'd like you to do right now is turn your neighbor, explain. First person explain. Let's have 1 solid 2s about how I made this up, and then 2 solid 1s how we figured out the total cost. And then write this down. Ready, set, go. So here we go, number 5, or 6 now. Brandon is 28 years old, 28 years younger than his father. Write an expression using Brandon's age to describe his father's age. Okay. So there's 2 ages. There is Brandon's. So what letter do you want to use for Brandon?
X.
B. Well, X is fine too, but B is a little bit easier. And then what letter do you want to use for his father? F, okay? So B and F are what we need to work on. So there's some information there, so you want to know. We're looking for those special words, remember? More than, less than, minus, equal to, okay? We know that the Brandon's age is 28 years younger than the father, so we start with the father. Subtract 28 is equal to Brandon's age. Okay, that's it. And that concludes the lesson. So